Welcome to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show presented by COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center. As you know, we've got a new guest for you every week on the show, somebody important in the community. No different this week, but we've got a big star celebrity with us this week. It's Mike Clayton with us from the Mix Morning Show and also with Wonderland Camp. Yeah. How's Mike today?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much. Good. This is awesome.
Man,
it's not my first time being over here. I
Yeah.
mean, you're such a good interviewer. You've got an awesome staff. I mean, I just love coming over. I really appreciate it.
We are blessed, aren't we?
Yeah, well,
we're just blessed to live in this part of the country.
Yeah.
But you know what shocks me is you got a voice for radio and you're pretty too.
No, that's not what people say. I have a voice for radio, and sometimes not even that.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely not a face for TV and everything. But we're grateful that you give us coverage, in particular with Wonderland Camp.
Yeah.
So you guys have been really good to us.
Absolutely. Well, we love Wonderland Camp.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And we love Benny Media.
Yeah.
You are a part of the Benny Media conglomeration now,
10 radio stations.
Benny, yeah, absolutely. Huge. So being a former radio guy myself, you're a radio guy. That's something that gets in your blood, and it's almost impossible to get rid of it, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, you worked in bigger markets than I did. I've been a small market radio guy, but I love that.
Yeah.
And I love working with small markets. You get out in the population, I think, more. Maybe you're more accessible, maybe not. But you're right. I mean, you do anything for it. And my wife keeps asking me when I'm going to retire because I've been doing it for over 3 decades.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm afraid if I retire, I want to get back into it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to get back into it. I just want to maybe keep doing it.
Yeah. But it's kind of, it's so cool though. I mean, having done it for 30 years, 3 decades, that people around the lake area grew up with you. They grew up listening to you on the radio. You were kind of an integral part of their lives in a strange way. And and it's something as a radio person you don't really think about, but it's true.
Yeah, I guess you'd like to think that. I mean, I don't think that. It's really neat, though, when I'm out somewhere and I see somebody and they say, I, grew up listening to you, and this is my daughter, and now we listen to you on the way to school. Or sometimes it's like, and this is my daughter. Do you know Mike Clayton? And the daughter will look at me and go, no, I have no idea who this old guy is. So that's fun too.
Yeah,
to do,
absolutely.
Because maybe what I do is not their bag.
Yeah.
Or
you don't look anything like what you sound like.
Yeah, you don't know.
Right.
You look anything. Yeah. I thought you'd be more handsome.
Right.
I thought you wouldn't have a snaggletooth. Or
you sound like you're 6'5".
Yeah, right. But there are several people in this market that that I know, that we're friends with, that have been in this area for decades.
Yeah.
And keep plugging away.
That's one of the neat things though about this area is that does happen, because that's kind of rare.
We're pretty fortunate that we've had virtually the same, but that can also mean that nobody else will hire us.
Well,
either.
that's true too.
We have no prospects anywhere else. Thank goodness I'm married, because I would have no prospects if I wasn't married.
Those women, they are generous, aren't they?
I know. I met your wife. You are a very lucky man.
We both are. Okay, so everybody knows about Mix, and you being on the radio, and you're out doing things all the time in the community, which is cool. A lot of people don't know though that you work with Wonderland Camp, and so. What is it that you do with Wonderland Camp?
Yeah, and I didn't know which shirt to wear. I was like, okay, do I wear a radio station shirt? So I just went with this one because this is what I picked out today. But I've been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
We're a nonprofit based at Lake of the Ozarks. We're a summer camp for people with disabilities. And over the 3 years, I've seen so much growth. I knew a little bit about the camp beforehand, but now I'm fully vested in as a director of fund development and communications. So I help communicate about the camp and also help fundraise for the camp.
Okay. So those are the 2 main things.
Yeah.
And how did it come about that you became a part? I mean, because you're a big radio star, you don't need to put anything else on your plate. And then all of a sudden, here you are working hard for Wonderland Camp too.
Yeah, I was at a Shady Gators, and I was doing a live broadcast, and the granddaughter of the founder of the camp was founded in 1969, was there to pick up a fundraising check for an event we do every year called Fat Fest. And she asked me if I knew of anybody like me who would like to help with work at the camp. And she told me about it, and I said, well, I think I could do that. And she goes, well, think about it. And I thought about it for a couple of weeks. And
Wow, famous last words.
famous last words.
Yeah.
I think I could do that, and then you do it.
But, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'm getting old because I like to go home and sit on the couch,
Yeah.
But you're always out there busy and with Wonderland and with Mix and everything. You rarely stop.
Yeah, I think that's key though, to maybe not necessarily staying young, but certainly keeping active.
Yeah.
I mean, I see how hard you guys work, because we're in the media. And so it's kind of a natural extension for me to go out, talk about this camp.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, first off, and second of all,
Because it's something you really believe in.
Right, exactly. And it's something that I think really everybody can get behind.
Yeah.
We're talking about people with disabilities and a week at summer camp and respite for the parents and the caregivers. What's not to like about putting smiles on people's faces that'll last a lifetime?
Absolutely.
And even the people who help and work there. I mean, it's just a win-win.
It's a pretty easy sell. Yeah.
It is a pretty easy sell, and it just keeps me busy, and my family was behind it.
The wife likes having you out of the house.
She loves having me out of the house because we have a pool and a pool boy.
Cabana boy.
Yeah,
All
Cabana
right.
boy. So, but yeah, it's fun.
All right. So we'll get to know more about Mike and Wonderland Camp and all that fun stuff right after this. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission. If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the polar plunge to festivals, parades, aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV. Welcome back to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show presented by COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center. So we're talking with Mike Clayton from Mix Radio, just a guy that's been in everybody's homes for 30 years, on Mix, which is fantastic, and Wonderland Camp. And we're really kind of focusing on Wonderland Camp. Now, a lot of people know a little bit about Wonderland. They've heard of it, but they don't really know what it is, where it is. Is this a camp that it runs year-round? Is it just a summer camp? What is Wonderland?
Yeah, it used to be a camp that just ran from May to August, but over the years, the past several years, we've added so many opportunities for people. So camp gets underway in March. We have spring camps this March, and then we have camps also in the fall. So, we have camps all the way into October. We have a military camp. We have a mama's camp. We have a silent weekend. We have spring camps, fall family camps, and then our main camp weeks there in Rocky Mount at the camp. And that is from the last part of May all the way through the last part of August.
Okay.
So that's our main weeks, is our 11 weeks. You come to camp on Sunday, you leave on Friday. But we have all these other shoulder camps, in the spring and the fall that have just been added the last several days.
So you kind of start in March, goes through October.
Because we have camps all the way through the fall.
Wow.
So we keep and we rent out the camp. So the camp is available for rent. So we keep busy with our rental program. We have 125 acres, lots of buildings, lots of fun things to do. We've been there for 53 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 53 years.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Time flies.
That's amazing. Okay, so you guys get a lot of local support, right? It's one of those things that just about anybody that hears about Wonderland and finds out about what you do wants to be a part of that, wants to help out. But you guys get a lot of help from JCs and Rotaries and Kiwanis and individuals and everything like that.
That's right. Yeah, the JCs helped build the camp back in 1969. We get support from the Rotary, the local Rotaries. We have a couple of Rotaries around here. We get help from Kiwanians. We get some help from the Lions Club. So all these wonderful service organizations that many of your viewers are a part of in some way.
Yeah.
Help. The Realtors come every year and they do work weekends at the camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we probably be surprised at the amount of people that actually.
It truly is a local entity.
A community effort.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And on top of that, shootout too.
Shootout is a big supporter. They let us in, so to speak, a couple of years ago, and we've been getting a check from the Shootout every year. It's based on your volunteer hours, so we do have some volunteers. Most of our staff is working, but we have some volunteers that help on Shootout events. We get a nice check from the Shootout every year.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is.
So you guys have some events coming up. Wonderland, what do you got coming up?
Well, in March,
Right.
when most people, will watch this, we've got some spring camps. We have a couple of big fundraisers coming up. One of them is going to be in May, if I
Okay.
could name the business
Okay.
that we hold it at,
Yeah.
I guess. Jolly Rogers Grub and Grog has our casino fundraiser.
Cool.
All of this is on the website. We keep our website up to date with
Okay.
dates. We have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're on TikTok, so you can see all this
Well, you
there.
guys got that all figured
We got it
out,
all
huh?
figured out. It's working.
Wow.
But that is one of our first big ones. Shawnee Bluff, a winery does a fundraiser. Their Give Back Tuesday. That's going to be coming up. We have an event going on at Dale Blues restaurant at the end of the year, fishing company.
Yeah.
And then we have a big event at Margaritaville that we do every year. At the end of the year, you've been to that event.
I love that. The
every
dinner,
year.
that's greatness.
It's just great. And then throughout the year, we'll have several fill-in. So some things are built in every year
Yep.
that we have, but some things just come along, and people want to do fundraisers for the camp. And we roll with it. We send out logos. We send out a staff to help,
Yeah.
and we make it happen.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
So the one in May is at Jolly Rogers.
You're going to be hearing more about that soon as we get everything set up for that.
Okay.
Usually it is the same weekend as the first weekend in May. It's like right around that time
Kentucky
period.
Derby weekend.
Yeah, but this year the funlake.com decided to do the poker event of the year, Harbor Hop.
Right.
So we moved it out of that weekend. So it's going to be the second weekend.
Okay.
Actually, you'll hear more about that.
Second
coming
weekend
up.
in May. Yeah.
And then we do an event at Shady Gators called Fat Fest every year. There's another event.
That'd
that we
be
do
my event right
every
there.
year.
Yeah, right.
Well, fat is PHAT.
Oh,
See
okay.
me? You are not fat. We
Okay.
are not fat.
Right.
Cool fat people.
We're
but-
cool fat people.
Yeah, we're just fat. No,
Absolutely.
no.
Okay, so we're down to the last minute, but
Yep.
real quick, what makes Wonderland Camp unique? What separates you guys?
I think all the services that we offer, we have a rock climbing wall, we have a giant swing, we have a Burma bridge, we have basketball, soccer, we have a beautiful facility for our campers, crafts, a lot of outdoor activities. A lot of camps don't offer that. Our camp is built around being outside, 125 acres, lots of things to do, lots of activities planned. We have a great staff, probably the best staff of any camp I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Wonderful leadership in administration in Jill Wilkie, who is the direct descendant of the founder of the camp, former administrator at Lake Regional and an RN. Our staff, our counselors, which, by the way, we are constantly hiring. We need staff. So go to wonderlandcamp.org, sign up, come work at camp. I think we pay competitively. You get to stay there, so you get room and board.
Wow.
You can come to work at camp as early as 15. 18-year-olds can spend the night and stay the weekends and stuff, but it's a great job opportunity. That's our push right now. We need to hire 100 people before camp starts this coming spring. So go to wonderlandcamp.org if you want to come work for camp. You'll never regret it. Best job you'll ever have in your life.
There you go. Mike, thank you for coming by. buddy.
Thank you,
We sure
Chris. Sorry it
appreciate
took so long.